This person thinks about you every day, and today they will. My beloved child. Don't skip, because what you are about to hear is connected to someone who has been carrying your name in silence for far longer than you realize. While the world believes they have moved on, their private moments tell a completely different story. Every ordinary day somehow circles back to you. Every quiet morning begins with a memory they never planned to revisit. Every late night ends with a question they still cannot answer. They have tried replacing your presence with distractions, work, conversations, and endless responsibilities, yet none of it has erased what they truly feel. Something huge is waiting for you, and today's moment is unlike any other. A decision has already started forming inside their heart, one they have delayed again and again because fear kept convincing them that the timing was wrong. But today feels different. Today the silence feels heavier. Today the distance feels impossible to ignore. Right now, while you are listening, they are replaying one unforgettable memory that changed everything between you. It keeps returning without warning, almost as if life refuses to let them forget. Don't skip, because the next step they are preparing to take could completely change the direction of this story before another day comes to an end. There is something they have never admitted to anyone. Even the people closest to them only see the version they choose to show, but hidden beneath that calm appearance is someone constantly wondering what would happen if they reached out to you one more time. They have imagined countless conversations in their mind, rewriting every sentence before it is ever spoken. They wonder if you would smile, if you would forgive old misunderstandings, or if the opportunity has already disappeared forever. Every time they convince themselves to let go, another unexpected reminder appears, a familiar song, a place that brings back emotions, or a random moment that somehow points back to you again. Coincidence no longer feels like coincidence to them. It feels like unfinished business that refuses to stay buried. Stay till the end because what happens next is the reason today carries so much weight. They are standing closer to action than they have ever been before. They are tired of pretending that nothing remains between you. Deep inside, they know that avoiding the truth has only made their feelings stronger. Something huge is waiting for you, and the choice they make before this day is over may surprise even the people who thought they knew them best. Listen carefully, because this is where everything begins to shift. Today is not just another ordinary chapter in their life. It is the day they stop arguing with their own heart. For the first time in a long while, they are beginning to understand that some connections cannot be ignored forever, no matter how much time passes. They have reached the point where silence feels more painful than honesty, and that realization is pushing them toward a move they never believed they would have the courage to make. They keep looking at something connected to you, wondering if this is finally the right moment. Their heartbeat tells them yes, while fear keeps whispering no. That battle has been happening every single day, but today the answer feels closer than ever before. Don't skip, because the next revelation changes everything you thought you understood. Before this story continues, one unexpected event is about to interrupt their plans, forcing them to make a choice they can no longer postpone. When that moment arrives, there will be no turning back, and what they decide next could become the beginning of a completely different future than either of you ever expected. Stay till the end, because the truth behind that unexpected event is far more shocking than anyone could imagine. A quiet shift is already happening, and this is the moment everything starts moving in a direction neither of you expected. The unexpected event has placed them in front of a choice they cannot avoid anymore. They keep asking themselves the same question over and over: what if I lose this chance forever? That single thought has become louder than every excuse they once believed. They tried convincing themselves to stay silent just a little longer, but every passing hour only increases the pressure inside their heart. Don't skip, because what happens next explains why today feels so different from every other day. Something huge is waiting for you. While everyone around them believes they are focused on ordinary life, their mind keeps drifting back to you. Even during simple conversations, your memory interrupts their thoughts without warning. They are beginning to realize that no matter how hard they try to hide their emotions, the truth always finds a way back. And just when they thought they had one more day to think about it, something unexpected happened that completely changed their timeline. The message they never planned to send is no longer just an idea. It has become a real possibility. They have opened it, rewritten it, erased it, and started again more times than anyone could imagine. Every sentence carries the fear of being misunderstood, yet every deleted word makes them regret staying silent even more. They know that one honest moment could either rebuild everything or leave them wondering forever what might have happened. Stay till the end, because this next revelation changes the entire picture. Someone around them unknowingly said something that reminded them how quickly opportunities disappear. Those words struck deeper than anyone realized, making them understand that waiting forever is no longer an option. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they are imagining what life could look like if they finally stopped hiding behind fear and chose honesty instead. That vision refuses to leave their mind, and it is becoming stronger with every passing moment. Now the pressure inside them has reached its highest point. Their heart is telling them to move, while their fear keeps warning them to stay where they are. But today, fear is slowly losing that battle. They are beginning to understand that unanswered questions hurt far more than honest answers ever could. Don't skip, because the next step they are preparing to take is something they have delayed for far too long. Before this day is over, one small sign will appear, and to them it will feel impossible to ignore. They will see it as confirmation that staying silent is no longer the right choice. The moment that sign appears, everything they have been holding back will begin rushing toward the surface. They won't be able to pretend anymore. They won't be able to convince themselves to wait another week or another month. Something huge is waiting for you, because once that final hesitation disappears, the story between you and this person will enter a chapter neither of you saw coming, and what they decide immediately afterward will be even more surprising than the thoughts they've been hiding every single day. A single moment is closer than either of you realizes, and this is where the silence begins to crack. The closer they get to making their move, the more impossible it becomes to ignore what their heart has been repeating every single day. They have stopped asking whether they still think about you. Now they are asking something far more powerful: what if this is my last chance? That question follows them everywhere. It appears when they wake up, when they are alone, and even when they try to focus on something completely different. Don't skip, because what is happening inside them right now has never happened before. Something huge is waiting for you. They have started noticing little reminders of you at the strangest times, and each reminder feels stronger than the last. It is almost as if life keeps placing your memory directly in front of them until they finally stop running from it. They know that continuing to hide will only create more regret, and for the first time, regret is becoming more frightening than rejection. There is another truth they have kept locked away. They have imagined meeting you again so many times that the scene feels real in their mind. They picture what they would say first, how they would explain everything they never had the courage to reveal, and whether you would recognize the change inside them. They are no longer trying to protect their pride. Instead, they are trying to protect the possibility of finally being honest. Stay till the end because the next moment changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you. Earlier today, something unexpected caught their attention and instantly reminded them that life can change without warning. That realization shook them deeply. They suddenly understood that tomorrow is never guaranteed, and waiting for the perfect time could mean losing the opportunity forever. From that second onward, the walls they spent so long building around their emotions began falling apart, one piece at a time. Now they are standing on the edge of a decision that cannot be delayed much longer. Every excuse that once sounded convincing is beginning to disappear. Every fear that once held them back is becoming weaker. Their heart has already made its choice, only their next action remains. Don't skip, because the next chapter reveals the moment everything starts becoming real. Something huge is waiting for you. Before this day completely ends, they will come across one final reminder that feels too meaningful to ignore. It will seem small to everyone else, but to them it will feel like the answer they have been searching for. That single moment will give them the courage they have been missing, and once they take that first step, nothing between you will feel the same again. The silence that has lasted for so long is about to be challenged, and what happens immediately afterward will leave even them wondering why they waited this long to finally follow what their heart had been telling them every single day. Everything changes the moment they stop listening to fear and start listening to the truth they have been hiding from themselves. This is no longer about wondering what could happen someday. This is about what they are preparing to do now. Their heart has reached a point where staying silent feels heavier than speaking honestly. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal why today is unlike any other day. Something huge is waiting for you. They have already begun looking back at every misunderstanding, every missed opportunity, and every conversation that ended too soon. Instead of blaming the past, they are finally asking themselves what they can still change. That question has become impossible to ignore. For the first time in a very long while, hope is becoming stronger than doubt, and that quiet shift inside them is leading toward a decision they never believed they would have the courage to make. There is one final obstacle standing in front of them, but even that barrier is beginning to disappear. They can almost see what life would look like if they simply stopped overthinking and trusted what their heart has been saying every single day. They have realized that no amount of waiting will erase what they feel for you. Stay till the end because the next revelation is the one that changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you. They are beginning to notice that every path they take somehow leads back to the same destination, you. It no longer feels accidental. It feels like every unanswered question has been pointing toward this exact moment. The closer they get, the faster their emotions grow, and they know there is no turning back once they make the choice that has been living inside them for so long. Now the countdown has truly begun. They are no longer wondering whether they should reach out. They are wondering how. Every possibility is running through their mind, and every passing minute makes the decision feel more urgent. Don't skip, because what happens next is the biggest turning point yet. Something huge is waiting for you. Before this story continues, an unexpected sign will appear that removes the last trace of hesitation from their heart. The moment they see it, everything they have been holding back will come rushing forward at once. They will understand that waiting any longer could mean losing something they may never find again. And when that realization finally takes over, the move they are about to make will be so unexpected that even they won't believe they finally found the courage to do it. The next chapter begins at the exact second they decide that silence has lasted long enough. Nothing can slow this down anymore because the choice has already been made inside their heart. What once felt impossible now feels inevitable. Every excuse has faded, every doubt has become weaker, and every memory has pushed them toward the same conclusion. They no longer want to spend another day wondering what could have been. They want answers. They want clarity. Most of all, they want the distance between you to stop growing. Don't skip, because this is the moment the entire story begins to unfold. Something huge is waiting for you. While everyone around them believes they are living an ordinary day, their mind is quietly preparing for an extraordinary one. They keep checking the time, replaying old conversations, and imagining the exact second everything changes. They don't know how the future will respond, but they know they cannot keep hiding from it any longer. There is one final realization they could not escape. They finally understood that the strongest connections are never measured by how often people speak, but by how impossible it is to forget each other. That truth has completely changed the way they see you. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, they have started thinking about everything that could still go right. Stay till the end because the biggest revelation is almost here. Something huge is waiting for you. Deep inside, they believe this day will become a memory they will never forget. They have reached for something connected to you more than once today, then stopped at the last second. But each pause has become shorter, and every hesitation has lost a little more of its power. The fear that once controlled every decision is finally running out of time. Now only one moment remains before everything shifts. Their heart is no longer asking for permission, it is demanding action. They can feel that another opportunity like this may never come again, and that feeling is stronger than anything they have experienced in a long time. Don't skip, because the next chapter reveals the exact moment they can no longer hold back. Something huge is waiting for you. A simple event, one that most people would overlook, is about to convince them that this is the sign they have been waiting for all along. The instant that happens, they will stop questioning themselves and finally move toward the future they have secretly imagined every single day. But what they discover immediately after taking that first bold step is something they never expected, and it will completely change the direction of everything that follows. The moment they finally take that first step, everything inside them becomes quiet in a way they have never experienced before. The endless overthinking disappears, replaced by a strange sense of certainty. They realize that waiting never protected their heart, it only delayed the truth. Don't skip, because what happens next is the reason this journey has been building toward today. Something huge is waiting for you. As they move forward, they begin noticing details they once ignored. Every memory that used to bring confusion now brings clarity. Every unanswered question suddenly points toward the same conclusion. You were never truly forgotten. No matter how much time passed, your place in their heart remained untouched. That realization fills them with the courage they have searched for all this time, and now they know there is only one direction left to follow. Another unexpected surprise is already unfolding behind the scenes. Someone who unknowingly witnessed their quiet struggle says a few simple words that completely change their perspective. Those words are not dramatic, yet they arrive at the perfect moment. They remind this person that the greatest regrets often come from the chances people never take. Stay till the end because the next revelation is the one they never saw coming. Something huge is waiting for you. Suddenly, every reason they once used to stay silent begins falling apart. They stop focusing on what could go wrong and start imagining what could finally go right. For the first time, hope feels stronger than fear. Their heartbeat is no longer racing because of uncertainty, it is racing because they know they are closer than ever to changing both of your stories forever. Now the final pieces are beginning to fall into place. There is no turning back to the version of themselves that kept hiding behind hesitation. They have already crossed that invisible line where silence no longer feels possible. Don't skip, because the next chapter reveals the most important moment of all. Something huge is waiting for you. Before this story reaches its conclusion, one final discovery will completely reshape everything they believed about your connection. It will answer questions they have carried for far too long and give them the confidence to finish what they should have started long ago. The decision they are about to make will not be ordinary. It will become the moment they remember for the rest of their life, because once they uncover that hidden truth, nothing will stop them from moving toward you with complete honesty, and the final revelation will be even bigger than everything you've heard so far.